Good morning, Zwiftaholics. How are we out there in lockdown land? For us, definitely here in Australia and Melbourne, we're all in lockdown. And so as such, we are seeing some stacked fields in this morning's race. And we've got a special stream for you today. We are going to be watching Adam Dawson live in the Pain Cave while I sit back in the Zwiftaholics commentary box and we just talk about and we can have a chat to Adam as he's racing. Then a bit of a hybrid DS style commentary you get today from us. Adam, how are you feeling?
A little apprehensive. We sort of head right out of the start pens onto the Zwift KOM, so bang into a 2-minute effort that's going to break up this field. I don't know where I'm going to end up, to be honest. Hopefully at the pointy end, but we'll see. And then the Epic KOM plus Radio Tower is not my strength. I'm kind of doing this as a training race just to force myself to do some longer efforts. So, yeah, we'll see how we go.
We all seem to have a bit of a rest after the Zwift Racing League. I know myself, I sort of haven't raced for a while apart from just some weekly TTs. But pushing the legs a little bit this week in the Zwift Classics was good to sort of blow a few cobwebs out.
Yeah, that was good fun, actually. Enjoyed that. I don't know if I'm looking forward to New York this week, but I'm looking forward to downtown Dolphin in 2 weeks.
To New York. Yeah. So we've got 20 seconds till Adam takes off. We are racing the Three Sisters course. So as Adam mentioned, it's straight out of the pens up the Zwift Forward KOM. Nice little 2-minute effort all out. After that, we cruise around to Epic KOM, up the Radio Tower, and then down again around the volcano. So here we go. Adam's off. A longer race, it's a 48 Ks. So we do see a little bit more of the group sticking together, especially in between those KOMs. So Adam will be really pushing hard to stay in his front group and in touch with his front group. And they have started hot.
Not too bad, but yeah. We've lobbed okay.
So we hit that forward KOM with only just under a kilometre out of the pins, really. It's not long at all.
It's such a rough start.
So we hope, Adam, you've done a good warm-up, mate.
Not really. Should be the getting all the stream set up.
We were busy just having a chat and catching up.
I did a few little efforts off the Bowie group, so yeah, not completely cold.
As we come around under the bridge, we'll loop around again to the right, and that KOM banner will come up, and we should definitely see some sort of 5 to 6 watt per kilo efforts, really pushing up that first little ramp. And that second little ramp too, it's that last little bit where across the top where it does flatten out a little bit, but you really still have to push pretty hard. And here we go, here's that time there. Fastest time out of the B group is a 150, and that is from M. Urao from Japan. So we'll see where these times come up. Adam is pushing a 154 is his fastest time, and we can see here sitting in nicely, holding that position. 455 watts, 160 beats per minute. That's good. It's starting to string out a little bit. But I wouldn't be surprised if we see this sort of come back together as we come across the KOM banner. Smarter for these riders to sort of go for these short little efforts, but then sit up and then work together in between those next KOMs and the next climbs. Adam in a little group of 4 here, ridging across to that front group. This is that section there where it does even out a little bit. Gradients aren't as steep, but you still do have to push pretty hard. Couple 100 meters to go. Only 2 seconds off that group for Adam. Let's see what this KOM time is. A 2:05 was Adam's fastest time a month ago. Just got to push, mate. Get across, get across. 100 meters to go. Just 4 seconds off that group. Fastest time today was 1:54. So pushing pretty quick. So that little group just getting away from Adam now. Yeah. This is where we do need to dig a little bit. Couple people coming through. Try and jump onto that wheel and come across. We're holding that time at about 7-8 seconds off that front group. The format for today's race, it's open category. We can see all categories. So the C and D riders have already left. And the A grade riders will be leaving shortly out of the pens. They're actually leaving in all 3, 2, 1. They're leaving right now as I'm watching from one of my other screens. It looks like that little front group is starting to get away a little bit from Adam here.
Yeah.
It's a tough spot to be in.
We've got 2 more coming. So.
Yeah, there we go. So Houston and Lambert from ATP looking like they might work together here. And this could be a good little group to bridge back over to that group ahead, who are now up by 12 seconds. We've seen a little bit of chatter here between the ATP riders. I'm just going to flick ahead to...
It looks like they've got
interestingly, the chat between ATP is with their teammate Kroll, who's up the road and in first position. So we'll see if your group, Adam, will actually look at trying to bridge across.
Yeah.
They may even want to sit up, but still so early in the race, you'd be thinking that they want to get across and help out.
That was an okay start. Would have liked to be in that lead group, but anyway.
Well, that little lead, I'm watching that lead group now, a group of 7 riders. They are sort of working pretty hard, working well together, not pushing too hard at this point. I think there's still room that you might be able to pick a few up as we hit the KOM. The KOM is going to come around the 10K mark. See who's able to hold out. Lots of chatter between the ATP group, and you can definitely see that they're not pushing too hard. They're quite happy with their teammate up the road in that front group 7 by the looks of things as they come through and help out at the front a little bit. Time gap not really changing, sitting around that 10 to 15 seconds now. So, Adam, unfortunately, I don't think those ATP guys are really looking to help you out much, are they?
No, not much energy here to chase.
It is a long race. I would have thought that a few teammates up the road might have been helpful to get through the rest of the race, I reckon.
Yeah, we'll see what happens on the big hill. About 5 chasing us too.
Say that again, sorry, mate.
There's about 5 chasing us. We're sort of stuck in the middle.
Yeah. I'm definitely stuck in the middle. We're looking at 20 seconds ahead to that front group of 7. The 4 of you, and then about 14 seconds behind a group of 5 chasing. At this point of the race, probably not a bad spot just to sort of hold where you are and see what happens on the climb.
Yeah.
You might get a few riders, or ride within yourself on the climb, I would say.
Yeah, at the moment I'm just thinking about the mountain, for sure.
Should be warmed up by the time you hit that. So the fastest times that we can see up the KOM was a 19, and that's from Urara again, who is up in the front group. And they have gone up that in a 1909. So pretty fast times that we can see up there.
Yeah, sub 20 is really moving up that hill.
That is a very quick time. I think my fastest time personally was a 19 and a half, but that was when I had a lot better, faster legs on me. I wouldn't say that right now. Very interesting to see what Oral does up that climb in the group that he is sitting in. He's sitting in nicely at the moment as that front group hit the dirt. And they're at 7.7. And Adam, your group about 300 metres behind. Coming across the bridge now.
Yeah, they're just sort of slowly stretching it. This group behind is slowly closing. Heard I've got a rider in the lead group too, so none of these 4 have much motivation.
I've actually seen Kroll from ATP in this front group go off the front by 1 second at the moment. A little bit of work, extra work being done. Kroll doesn't have the fastest time up the KOM, so might be going for just trying to get that little bit of a gap. As I say that, he's been brought back.
Yeah, that attack really blew out that time gap.
Does look like you've got someone that's bridged across and joining you now. Shukaro.
Hey, good effort.
Nice little push to join the group, and that group behind 10 seconds. So a bit of action on that front group, pushing ahead. They're now 30 seconds ahead, and that chase group coming at 12 seconds. No other reactions from that chasing group to you, Adam, but sitting in nicely there.
Yeah, it's interesting that a solo rider reached. That's
yeah, and Houston from ATP seeing the praises. Yeah.
Bit of a kick out of the tunnel.
A bit of a kick. Landed from ATP, really digging in. As we come across over to the KOM. So Landon's really giving a push and continuing that push. I think really trying to loosen up your little group there.
Yeah.
At this point, it's probably better just to sit in, ride within yourself.
Yeah, I got to pace this pretty carefully or I'll...
Yeah.
I get carried away on this steep bit. It'll be all over very quick.
That's it. So I'll just quickly jump ahead to that front group. They're just sitting in nicely. 4.5 watts per kilo up this first little front climb. And we're starting to see we're picking up a few of those sort of C and D riders that have sort of off the back there. I mentioned earlier, Ural, who's got the fastest time out of this group, he's spinning in and pushing low 5 watt per kilo. Excuse me, Soza and the rest of the group just staying together at the moment. So this first little kicker of the Epic KOM really stretching out the group now. Adam definitely just riding his own pace.
Yeah.
Epic KOM, it's an inch. We got that first little kicker, and then when you hit the bridge, it sort of evens out a little bit. Usually the groups come back together, but overall it's a 9.5 kilometre climb with only an average of 4%. At that sort of steep part now, as we come around the corner, and then we'll hit over cruise over the bridge where it evens out a little bit and the group tends to sort of settle back in. So your front group is hitting on the bridge now, and they definitely have settled back in. Settled back into about 3 to 3.5 watts per kilo. So they're just trying to catch their breath. Everyone mostly close together. We've got Lambert and Shakaro back from that front group. They hit the bridge and then coming down to the ATP riders. And then back to where we are with Adam here. ATP just giving their teammates a bit of a stare on as they come past. Good to see. So we can see Adam here just settling back into those mid 3.5 watts per kilo, catching his breath, trying to get that heart rate down. After the bridge, we've got that next little kicker, and then it'll settle into a bit more of a gradual climb. They're sitting nicely, 14th position there, mate.
Yeah. Oh, got to go steady up this hill. Legs aren't great.
You can ride yourself into it, mate. We saw you ride yourself into it earlier in the week.
Yeah, true that.
You're actually gaining a bit of time ahead, and the next B grade rider behind you is sitting up a little bit, so you're putting a bit of time into them as well.
Nice.
So you're in your nice little spot here at the moment, mate. This group ahead haven't really done anything. They're coming into the kicker now, and they're not really doing anything. They're just holding pace as well. I'm just jumping up to the front of B grade, and wow, hitting the steep part and definitely taking it to these front riders. We know he's got the fastest time. Definitely at the front of this bunch, pushing. Holding nicely there, Adam. Looking good. Just pace yourself, mate. Well done. Still putting a little bit of time into the rider behind, Freeman, and sitting nicely from that group in front. About 2.5 Ks into the 9.5 K climb. So very much just settling in for this next 20 minutes or so. I'm going to see if I can jump back and see what's happening in the A grade ride as you guys watch what Adam does here. So the A graders coming in fast. We mentioned his name before on Zwiftaholics, but Mark O'Brien off the front with 3-second gap on his aero teammate as they're coming across the bridge. They are coming hard and fast for you, Adam.
No doubt.
Pushing 6 watts per kilo as he comes for you, mate.
That was my 2-minute effort.
So Mark O'Brien off the front of A grade from his teammate Matty Ross from Aero as well. It looks like he's trying to bridge. And they've got a 13-second gap out on their own, basically. So they'll be coming through very shortly. So Mark O'Brien's about 500 metres off you already, Adam.
Madness.
And coming through quickly. Love it. Still holding 6 and 6.5 watts per kilo. So, of course, after the epic KOM, we go through the banner and take a left-hand turn at around 19.7 K mark, and we head up that radio tower. Radio tower is a tough climb, especially after this. Don't get really any relief after this climb and pushing through.
I'm not looking forward to that.
It's that 1K grind on our music, but all out of the saddle. Part that I would like to see is if you're going to have any riders with you that you can descend together and then work together across to Volcano. Really important part of the race. You don't really want to go solo. If there's, or without getting some big time gaps, because there's a lot of work to be done, a lot of ground to cover from Epic KOM across to Volcano. So I've definitely found myself finding a few sort of friends and or at least making friends in a race like this, saying, hey, let's work together. Let's get across the Volcano and then see what happens there. I guess no different to out on the road, but I would definitely have a chat to someone and say, hey, let's work together. And I've definitely messaged people saying, come on, let's go, let's stay together, stick together and get across. After that Volcano KOM, which is sort of a relatively nice climb, 3.8, nice and steady into that last little kicker. That's at 3.2%. So you can really push it and grind away up that one and then descend down the Volcano back down to downtown for the finish. B-grade rider coming through on you there, Adam, and just cruising past. Looks like they sort of just enjoyed an easier start. Kane just sitting there with you. Riding at a nice solid pace.
I'm trying to get on top of that higher gear, but the legs don't want to do it.
We'll be seeing Mark come up on you shortly from A grade, the front of the A grade group.
All right.
He's about 13 seconds off you. Again, still holding high 5 watts per kilo into the 6 watts per kilo. Still lots of chatter between the ATP team up ahead.
Yeah, it's good. I can see Mark O'Brien's red dot on my mini-map now.
That's it, Mark O'Brien coming through. He's eased a little bit on this little flat, but he's working with Matty Ross. So they're back together, working together now. Coming past Adam any second now.
There you go.
Hi, Adam. Sorry, I'm back.
You good? Mark O'Brien was saying it's just like a Q criterium.
Say that again, sorry, mate.
Mark O'Brien was saying it's just like a Q teardrop crit. It's just up and down.
Few little teeny with his dropped offline there for a second. Apologies for that.
Chase packet A steaming through now.
Yeah, looks like they're all coming now, isn't it? They're still sitting, bit of a gap back to Mark and Matt, who have taken off. So have you got Zwift Power open next to you? Are you watching Zwift Power as well while you're here?
No.
No. Something that you do usually do. That's why I asked.
Normally I would.
That's what you've got me for. That's what you got me for today, isn't it?
That's it.
Yeah.
If I thought I was going to be a little closer to the pointy end, I might have had it up. Quality
so
banter.
You can see bit of banter up ahead as the aggro guys just go flying through. So things are definitely slewing up a bit up ahead. So Urao, who we called earlier, had the fastest time, has actually gone ahead on his own by 4 seconds. Stevie Mack chasing behind, who does show to be an A-grade rider on Zwift Power, so maybe in the wrong category. They can sort that out later, not our problem. But Urao definitely from Japan pushing ahead on their own at the moment. That's then all the way back to the next. Those two have gone a minute ahead on the next chasing B grade, and that's where our old friend Kroll from ATP sitting in, and Long. So Urao going for the big effort up the Epic KOM.
Always like when I get into these galleries. You know that it's going to descend briefly after this.
Yeah, it's a nice section of the ride where you can catch your breath a little bit, isn't it? Little bit more of a push and then a little ease up on those pedals, mate. Grab your breath and grab a drink.
Oh boy.
Couple little short punches.
Yeah.
And then we do have that longer little descent up for that last climb to the KOM banner.
Yeah, see if I can hold off Leaked from BRT.
Yeah, it looks like he's coming in on you.
He got to my wheel, and I got away. He's coming back fast.
This could be a little group to ride together with, though, if you can stay together.
Yeah, I don't think I'll hold anyone up the radio towers or anything, worry. Might be okay to the top of the banner a bit.
So Elite and Freeman joining Adam there.
Far out. Legs are not happy today at all. Thought I count the first KOM, but yeah, this has been a real grind.
We'll see how that second part of the race goes after the tower, mate.
Yeah. Looking forward to that bit.
A little bit of a recovery coming down that descent. A-grade rider Clay coming through on you guys there.
Nice to see the ASDR kit.
Actually put a bit of time into
Freeman.
Freeman.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
Freeman has been caught by Galantimos. This might be your little group.
Yeah,
Just must stay with them up tower. Leet looks like he's sitting there with you.
I'm too heavy for that climb.
Have a look. So Leet is actually Nicola Leet, female rider.
There you go.
A-grade female rider.
Worthy adversary.
That's it.
Oh boy.
She's got a 4.1 20-minute watts per kilo. So this might be your rider, mate. You can stay with her up the tower.
Yeah, see how we go. I've ridden into this a certain bit. Feeling a bit better now.
Good. It's amazing those little descents just give the legs a little bit of respite.
Yeah, I need that. I don't need much. But if I don't get any, I really struggle.
Yeah. Oh, look, my camera's back. So really finding nice rhythm there at the moment, mate. It's good.
Yeah, it's a better wattage.
Yeah. Coming through some C-grade riders here. Looks like you may pick starting to chase down a couple of B-grade riders ahead. D. McKee from Herd.
Yeah.
Putting time into McKee. Really seeing the highs and lows of the climb on you now at the moment. Leet holding your wheel nicely, just off. 1 second off, but right there. KOM banner up ahead.
Thank goodness
Adam
for that.
looking nice and strong at this point. A-grade riders doing 18:42s.
Oof.
And Leet doing a 24:31 PR just behind.
Yeah. All right.
"21 seconds back to Galantimos.
Yeah, it's a good little patch there.
Yeah. Excuse me. Leet just rolling over you a little bit there. Now the grind starts.
Yeah, trying to find the right gear.
So remembering it's only a 1K effort, mate. Come on. really spinning up that cadence, mate. And we've seen McKee just ahead.
There we go.
Position for you. Well done. McKee's really grinding up this climb. 77 RPM.
Hard work.
And then yourself spinning up at 95, 96. So very different riding styles there. Leet grinding away as well. She's down to 50 RPM.
Wow.
So really
saddle,
grinding
maybe.
good. I imagine she'd definitely be out of the saddle. Starting to put some time into or chasing down ahead. You've got Walton from Herd that you guys are gaining on.
Yeah. Get me to the end of this. Far out.
Yeah, so last kick as you take that right hander, it does kick up a little bit more, but then
Don't remind me.
almost it finishes there though. I always find once you get to that turn, you're like, oh, I'm nearly there. So coming up on Walton here. It's a really good ride up the tower, mate.
Oh, that.
So Adam working nicely here with Leet. Taking two positions together. Mark O'Brien wondering if you can go and do another race after this one. We've got Galantamos coming up behind you as well, pushing some good watts, 4 watts per kilo to come up on you. So this might be your group to get down tower and KOM descent and working together. Also putting time into Hamid further up the road. Last push, mate. Keep going.
Should I use my arrow?
Rider up ahead saying this sucks. Yes, definitely it does. We all have been there.
Fire.
Almost there, mate. Almost there. Good. Push, 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 push.
This is why we have stuff on camera.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
I can see the flat bit on the mini map.
Almost there.
Ah,
This is your group, mate. You need to stay with them.
ah.
Good, 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 good. There it is up there. Just up there. Really nice ride by Galantamos there, coming through, sitting on the back of this little group, creating this group of three.
All right.
Good, mate. Good, mate. Come on. Pace has picked a little in this group here. Leap picking up over 4, Adam holding 4, Galantamos over 4.
Anybody? All right.
Good job. Good job.
Oh,
Okay.
oh.
So let's settle in together. Nice work.
Oh. All right.
And there we have it from the pain cave. Adam showing us how much it hurts. But this will be worth it. This will pay off. We've got a nice recovery here now.
Oh, really happy to stick with Leap.
Yeah, really good.
That's possibly a PR for the tower for me.
Yeah, right. It's not a prime, so we can't see live, but we'll check later.
Yeah. Capping the lightweights on this descent.
Yeah.
Right. They stick together, I can let them roll up to me on the flat.
Yeah, that's it. I was going to say that. So
6 seconds.
so they are they're staying together, but you've got 7 seconds on them.
Oh.
The next B grade rider after them is down 20 seconds, so this is your group.
Making some time up on Mid and Kane on the descent too.
Yeah. Yeah, that effort up the tower climb took a lot of time on them, and you catching them quickly actually. So it'd be good if Leet and Galantamos could catch you guys, create a little group of 5 or 6.
Yeah.
6 of you. No, sorry, 5. The key on these little kickers is to really push over them, isn't it? Hammered, not even trying.
It's Kane. Relevant.
Interesting position to be in, mate. You've actually got another B grade rider up the road who Peter Hurd, or Peter from Hurd. Oh no, sorry. You found yourself out on your own a little bit there, mate.
Yeah. See what the two behind do.
Yeah.
Might roll them.
So group ahead are almost at the bottom of the climb and turning onto the bridge in a second to go across.
Yeah.
And they're our friends from ATP. It looks like they will continue to work together. Kane and Hamid might be your friends that you've got. So jump the group. Well done, mate.
Uh-oh. Got a trainer dropout here.
Yeah. Oh,
you're kidding me.
no.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on here.
Any luck, mate? Proper dropout on you.
Yeah, I don't know what it's doing. I'm getting very confused.
You get your wasp back.
Yeah, it's not the weird. It's not its usual. Not the usual unit.
Yeah. All right, now you got to chase.
Oh, that's disappointing. That's really weird. I don't know what's going on there. Never had that happen before.
Just when you were coming good.
Ah, I was.
Creating, taking positions.
Hey.
The joys. Well, you know, the joys of Zwift racing. This could happen out on the road as well. It could have been a flat. Could have been a puncher, mate.
Yeah, true. At least it didn't happen in a classic or a Zwift racing league or something like that, where
That's right.
it was mostly about the workout anyway. So.
What do you reckon? Do you reckon you can try and get across to McKee and Galantamos?
I don't know. He wasn't showing a lot of enthusiasm up the hill, so never know.
So there's okay. So McKee is 47 seconds, and then Galantamos and Leet working together at 55. I reckon that's your target, mate.
We'll see. Bray from Herd behind me looked like he was keen to catch, so might have two.
Interestingly, I'm noticing these riders aren't super tucking.
Yeah.
Like Leet and Galantamos weren't super tucking earlier.
Yeah.
And you were just putting so much time into them.
I've lost my...
You dropped out again.
Yeah.
Nah.
Now it's gone back to its original spec. So weird. It's like I don't know what it's.
Yeah. Too much technology going on.
I reckon. Alright.
Well, what about we scroll it? Do you want to scroll ahead and have a look at what's happening up ahead?
Yeah, maybe let's do that. Uh, June 11th. Seem to be going in a loop here.
I've jumped ahead up to Arau and Stevie Mac. They are off on their own by 2.5 minutes on Kroll and Long that are chasing, and they're coming through the volcano. Haven't yet hit the KOM, but they will be on it shortly.
Yeah. There's Kroll.
So yeah, we can see Kroll there chasing, but there's Arau and Stevie Mac who are up ahead. Stevie Mac, we know, is A-grade rider back in B. But they look like they're riding together.
Yeah.
They're at the 35.3k mark, so going past the turn-off to downtown and around the volcano to hit the KOM. Update on the A grade, Mark O'Brien has gone ahead of those guys and has got a 15-second advantage on the front two B grade riders. Front two B grade riders do have a minute ahead of the chasing A graders.
Yeah, O'Brien's just killed this one. Assess where I'm at. Back to 20th.
So Kroll and Long, who are off this front group that's chasing, they've got a minute to a small group. Adams, Szymanski, everyone mostly around the volcano now. So it looks like Leet, McKee, Kane, Hamid, they've all come together.
Oh, nice.
That was your group?
Yeah. Well, it would have been a fun little battle at the volcano, actually.
That's right. So they've all come together and are coming across with a few C grade riders thrown in there as well. But starting there, they come down the dirt from the Italian villas and heading across over to the volcano now.
Yeah.
The highs and lows of Zwift racing, everyone.
Jeez. My heart rate monitor has been really patchy today as well. So all the connections aren't really working.
So what do you reckon? Are you going to rest up a little bit here? Let's go for a PR at Volcano KOM. Let's put on a show, mate.
It won't be a PR. That was with Racing League. Whole lot of lava.
Oh, yeah.
That was the best form up of my life, I think. I haven't been back there for a while.
Was that very first race, wasn't it, in season 1?
It was one of the early ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a day out.
That was the race that you chased me down on the line. Was it?
No, I was thinking of the later one. The one where we did a whole lot of lava. We did 3 laps of the volcano.
Oh, I've lost memory of that one. I mustn't have very well. Let's have a look. So your fastest volcano was a 6:29.
It's going back
And
a
that
while.
was at 5 watts per kilo.
I think that was on my pedal power meter that reads a bit higher than the trainer.
Oh, right.
I think I've done a high 6s on this trainer.
We should at least try and catch Freeman.
Yeah, I was thinking
He's
that.
only 12 seconds up the road.
Yeah.
11 now.
Yeah, it's a good goal. We're going straight up or we're going around?
No, I go around.
Okay. Oh man. I know this little rides well. So many races.
You do love those volcano races, don't you?
Yeah, I do. See the 25 lap one we did a while ago?
Yeah.
108 kilometers of this circuit.
I mean, the only time I did that was early when I was trying to do get my 100k and 25 laps of yeah.
The badge, yeah.
The badge, yeah.
I only did it for the badge.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it again.
So Stevie Mack and Urao are on the climb, still staying together.
Yeah.
5, sitting around there. 5 to 5.5 watts per kilo. Hitting one of the bridges.
Arrow. See if we can get a feather.
What was that?
I'll use my arrow and see if I can get a feather. Hey!
Freeman's holding you off.
He is. Yeah, this could be a good little battle.
I think he's seeing you coming. Starting to gain on him now.
Yeah. Just see him now.
Can't see Freeman on the sign-in list.
Huh. Hey, well, I'm looking forward to coffee and breakfast after this. This coffee's gonna go down a treat. Mark O'Brien taking the Volcano jersey, for nobody's surprise.
Mm-hmm. Coming up on Freeman now.
Yeah. He must be really light. I swear I've been below him on watts per kilo almost the whole
So
way.
Freeman is a junior at 59.4 kilos.
There you go.
Aubrey Freeman. So I'm not sure if that's
Oh, yeah.
she's not marked as female, but Aubrey thinking that's more of a female name.
See if they're interested in
Looks like it was waiting.
yeah.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. Alright. Easy home run to get over this.
Let's see if I can jump ahead to our...
Mark O'Brien just went past me on the descent.
Yeah, the front B graders will be coming past as well. Stevie Mack and O'Rourke.
Coming around down the hill.
I've just jumped up to the group that you should have been in with Elite and Hamid and McKee. Looks like Galanthamos, Hamid and McKee have dropped Elite. And those three have gone ahead together. McKee just holding on. But these guys cruising around, not really pushing it too much at the moment. He would have done well in this group. Holding sort of mid-3 watt per kilo.
Yeah. That's a shame.
Yeah, they put 10 seconds into Leach now. But you would have been sort of... I reckon you would have been going for 11th, mate.
Yeah. Yeah. Would have been happy with that.
Would have been a very good result. A little bit of action in that group. They're starting to light it up a little bit, pushing up to sort of 4s now. McKee trying to go off the front, putting 10 metres into Galanthamos and Hamid.
Nice.
It's like a nice little group here pushing. They're just pushing over the top, coming up that last pincher now. Yeah. McKee's been caught. Hamid trying to go for it. Pulled the arrow. Looks like Hamid's going to go across first with McKee, a sprint on the line. So I think McKee may have just pipped Hamid on the line, but they'll start the descent together. Galantimos a couple of seconds back, but looks like he'll catch and they'll descend down together. Kane's still there. 5 seconds off the group. They've actually just caught a friend of mine, David Stoltz, who I work with, C-grade rider. Mentioned to David, give him a like, or a right on, I should say. There you go. Looks like you're not the only one having dropout problems though, mate.
Yeah, it's one of those days.
So the group ahead, you've got Hamid, Galantimos and Kane, the three of those guys working together. My work colleague, David Stoltz, sitting in with them at the moment. C-grade rider from Melbourne. Peaks finisher also.
Alright. Final pinch now.
This is the pinch that always hurts in a race, doesn't it? Like it just goes nuts, and I know me, I can't hold that power and then kick again. So I always sort of have to work a bit harder on the descent to catch back up.
Yeah. You often find me with my eyes closed, just spinning my legs as fast as I can go.
Yeah, that's it.
At least it's short.
That's right, yeah.
Alright. Climbing's done.
Probably would have fared rather well in that group ahead, mate.
It wasn't too far off. About 30 seconds off their time.
Yeah.
On my own. No real incentive to push, so.
No reason to push. That's it.
Like 150 heart rate. Had a little bit of headroom there to go harder, so.
Yeah.
I'd like to think I could have stuck with them.
So that group of three ahead sticking together. I think they'll be marking anything that happens between them. Coming in for that sprint. Have the graphics changed recently around the volcano? I've noticed that the fire looks differently.
I don't know, there was an update today. I don't know if that's changed anything or.
This probably would have been a week or so ago. I reckon I noticed the fire looks different. It's like different colour. Yeah.
I might have made some tweaks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I was running through the San Sequoias and I thought there was a section of that just, I don't know, it struck me as different. I don't know why.
Looks different. Yeah, that's. I hadn't noticed that through there, but I've noticed that the fire looks different from the volcano recently.
Yeah, okay.
Ah, Spewer, mate, this group ahead would have been awesome for you to be in.
Yeah, nice little sprint kick for
Yeah,
11th.
they're just
Yeah.
going through those sort of like rollers at the base of the climb.
Yeah.
They don't seem to be pushing too hard. They're definitely saving their legs for the sprint.
We'll see if we can get up in there.
Just riding around 3 watts per kilo.
There we
There you go.
We'll see if we
Yeah, nice. So coming into the end of this race, we've done all 3 climbs. We've had some dropouts with Adam. This is the group that he should have been in. And less than a couple of k's to go. Take a left-hand turn up here through the tunnel. And we can see Galantimos, Kane and McKee and Hamid sitting in nicely there. C-grade rider Stoltz just holding the wheel as well, using this as a little ride into downtown. Stoltz may even pick up a place if they catch a couple of those C-grade riders just ahead. This group just marking each other, sitting in. A little bit of an attack from Kane now.
Yeah.
He's gone early. Big push, McKee, reaction from the group. They're coming. Galantimos pushing, but not really doing much more. Kane holding this advantage.
He's away.
Kane holding off.
Oh, they're back to him now.
Almost there. McKee gone.
Very cagey at the moment, isn't it? Can't see with the rain.
Galantimos pushing from the front. May have gone a little bit too early. Hamid coming across with the
Hamid, I think.
power up.
Oh, McKee.
McKee coming through.
Facing.
McKee. Oh.
Hamid, I
I
think.
don't reckon that was McKee then. Yeah, I'm calling that. Yep. Looks like McKee on. Waited for an update here. A good finish there from that little group. McKee pushing hard, 10 watts per kilo to, we think, get it right on the line.
Yeah, nice little kick there. Alright. Well, it was a good little 90-minute workout.
Good work, mate.
Couple of solid efforts.
Unfortunate for that little dropout that we got there.
Yeah, it would have been a really
Twice.
fun finish up the volcano and through that sprint.
Yeah.
But anyway, there's always another race.
Good to get back in the box and have a chat and watch some racing, because we haven't had enough over the last 3 weeks of the tour. It's inspired us to jump back in the commentary box. So thanks for joining us today. Good on you, Adam. Nice ride. Unfortunate little dropouts there.
Yeah,
but we'll get our racing legs back and we'll come back shortly.
Sounds
getting
good.
ready for, maybe we do some Zwift Classics and then getting ready for the season 3 of Zwift Racing League. What do you reckon, mate?
Yep, sounds like good fun to me. All right.
Stay well, everyone.
All right, we'll catch you later.